Everybody, it's me, Soap Sally. I hope you guys are doing wonderful today. I'm taking a minute to kind of give some detailed information on what's been going on with the whole PAL PK, it's Fetty PK that came onto the server. Let me just kind of paint you a picture. Hear me and Mystic are there, and we're kind of, watching over all the little family members and stuff, and they're all animals are the same. It doesn't matter what you are. You follow the same rules. And then in comes this little sweet bunny. It's Fetty. And they're starting some trouble, some issues. Somebody got banned. They didn't like it. So they wanted to start going off. Before that happened, there was a situation that kind of had me on guard. A friend of mine, Sammy Ryan, basically came on the server, and he didn't say anything, and I knew he would because we've been friends for a long time. And so I ran an alias on him. His aliases were Panda Craft GMXX, Pal PK, Nate Plex, and then Sammy Ryan. I sent over Sam a message asking if he was on the server. He said no. I said okay. I banned them. Apparently, that is. Well, come on. Where's it at? Okay, right here. Fine. Apparently, that was PandaCraft GMX who had stole Sammy Ryan's account. So with all this being said, we've got all this other stuff going on, and then, so we had the ban. It's Fetty, and a couple of these other guys started, having a dispute about it. It's Fetty explained to Mystic that he could not ban him. Let me see if I can make this big. So Mystic, you can't ban donators unless you ask the owner. And Mystic said, would you like to see? And he said, sure. And then he got banned. That's simple. But there was a lot that led to that point, but he was given warning. He knew what he was doing wrong. I was looking through, trying to find this proof that we needed. We went through the logs, of course, and we find stuff like, can't talk, this nigga abuser muted me. Wow. That sweet little bunny, say something like that. Then we had It's Jose later saying, you can all kill yourself. And so, it was kind of, just disrespecting staff's a really big deal to us. You don't do it. It's one of our biggest rules on the server because we're there donating our time, constantly trying to help out. And then you have people like this come on and try to bully us because they have a YouTube channel. I don't care. I have a YouTube channel. I mean, it's for my pleasure. If people want to watch my videos, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine. But somebody's not going to come on and say, I have 1,800, 2,000, subscribers and whatever. Who cares? If you had to come tell me that, then you're not what you thought you were. So anyway, then Pal PK comes on later, and I'm doing something, but then I start noticing chat, I'm seeing abuse, and I'm like, whoa, what are you talking about? And then he wanted to know what happened. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to remember which one it is, and I said, it was disrespecting staff. Well, he wanted to know exactly what happened. Well, first of all, you're Pal PK. You're not It's Fetty. In the real world, you can't walk in somewhere and say, hey, why did you fire my friend? They're going to tell you to go away. It's none of your business. You said, well, how can he deal with his own stuff if he's banned? You're right, he's banned. So why are you here trying to deal with it? Because once you're banned from our server, we hold it for 24 hours if it's nothing big, and it's removed. You can come back on. However, if you make a big deal, you violate the ban, you send your bully friends on there to try to strong arm us into unbanning you, it becomes a lot longer, if not permanent. So, all that happened, and then here comes the rant video, and the Twitter talking, and all that stuff. Turn this down, I'm starting to get my nerves. So, I'm like, oh yeah, make the rant video, that'll be fine. So in the rant video, he says basically that he doesn't know anything, but he knows that we're abusing. He doesn't know what happened, but he knows that we abused. His friend said he did nothing. Okay. So then that gets me to, what's going on Twitter, why, and we've got all this drama starting. people talking about things that we did. Are we Orbit factions? We are not Orbit factions. Some of the staff there now was a part of Orbit factions, and sadly enough, we decided quite a while back to sell Orbit factions. We sold it, and the owner that bought it made some changes that some of us that stayed back didn't necessarily agree with, and it ended up basically that Orbit was shut down. So, however, it wasn't in our possession when it shut down, and we could not legally open it back up. So, with some time and thought, we thought about maybe opening up another server, doing things a little different, just some different staff. We've got, JGO from Mystic P with us now. We've got some more staff coming on that's I'm kind of excited about maybe. And, so here we go. This is what's going on Twitter. So it's Fetty PK. This is him. I started looking at his stuff and I see this and he's like, unban me before you get claimed as abuse. I did nothing wrong. Unban me before you get claimed as abuse. I did nothing wrong. That don't sound right to me, but I mean, okay. Then we've got this one, back to back. That looks like a pattern to me. It's Fetty, who, from everything going on, you'd think was, tough macho man, little fluffy bunny. He is a squeaker. If he is 6 years old, I would be so surprised. That's fine. That's what the games are for. But really, if a 6-year-old comes and tells you, my teacher suspended me and I did nothing wrong, and you believe him, you have some issues at that point. Anyway, going back to what's going on Twitter. This person here, it's Swags TZ, apparently was also banned. I don't know why. I don't remember why. They have us blocked, so we couldn't even ask them to try to, jog our memory. And when I say that, that kind of sounds bad, but that particular day, we banned 6 people. 4 from the same particular group, I believe, and then 2 more that were just miscellaneous. So with that being said, it's Swag, what's up? You want to talk about it? And then we have this here. This is what our abuse stems from, according to Palpygate. He sent an email saying that we needed to be aware our staff was abusing. We know our staff does not abuse. We stand behind our staff 100%. If, you come to me and you say you were banned, and you tell me you don't know why, or, you did nothing wrong, I'm going to know you're lying. For instance, this particular day, because we had the ITZZ, and then Fetty and all that, and then we had another one on there, another player, it's ITZCHAR. In the process of trying to ban It's Fetty, we accidentally, because we just put ban IP ITZ, we accidentally banned It's Char. However, as soon as the dust settled and all that, we let Dev know, hey, there was a mistake in our ban. Can you pardon this IP? He took care of it. We apologized to It's Char because we were in the wrong. It was accidental, but we were in the wrong. We have no problem admitting when we're wrong. Okay? Anybody who knows me, I've been working with the servers for about 1.5 years, I guess, almost, knows that I'm going to ban you, whether you're in my faction, you're my friend, no matter what, if you do something wrong. However, when it's said and done, if you need me, I'm still here. I'm not someone that holds a grudge. I said this before, I'll say it again. If Pal PK wants to come and play once all this is taken care of, I have no problem with that. Just know that on our server, you're just Pal PK. I don't care if you have a YouTube channel. You spent $7 you said on ranks. We know you had a rank. However, if anything beyond that, we don't see where you spent $7. You said that on your Twitter that you bought yourself and 3 others, I believe, which is $4. Even if you spent $7, even if you spent $70, you are not immune to the rules and you have to follow them. That's what's the difference between, the money whores and the pay to play and all that stuff is if you buy a band or if you buy a package or whatever because you want something, then that's because you want it. You would rather have that advantage. But if you don't, then you're still just as important as a player. And we're going to protect you just like we would anybody else. And we're not going to let YouTubers come in and bully and push you around and hack and cheat and think they're going to get by with it. I'm not saying that that's what they were doing. They were basically disrespecting staff. Like I said, this is kind of breaking it all down, giving as much detail as I can without, just really sounding, I hope that it kind of sheds some light for some of you guys. There's going to be some people that are going to say, hey, whatever, because they don't want to see the truth. I've been told Pal PK will never admit that he was wrong. That Fetty will never say that he was wrong. And I'm okay with that, because if they can live with it, I can. However, our players need to know. And, the community needs to know. Pal PK lied. We did not abuse.